You know that feeling, right? You see a new neighbor moving in and you get that little knot in your stomach. Well, what if you could just make that feeling go away? What if you could turn that anxious moment into a super simple, confident hello? That's exactly what we're going to do in this explainer. We'll look at a model conversation and give you some brilliant phrases to make a great first impression. Does this look familiar? There's a new face in the hallway, and poof, your mind just goes completely blank. You want to be friendly, of course, but you have no idea what to say. If you've ever felt that little wave of social anxiety, trust me, you are so not alone. And yeah, nerve-wracking is the perfect word for it. It's totally normal to feel a little bit of pressure in that moment. But here's the good news. Just a few key phrases can make all the difference, and they can turn a potentially awkward moment into a really great first impression. So to see how this all works in the real world, let's just walk through a simple chat between two new neighbors. We'll call them Anna and Michael. This is the kind of easy, friendly conversation we're aiming for. Okay, check out Anna's opening line. She doesn't just say hi. By adding, "You must be Michael," and "Welcome to the building," she immediately creates this warm, direct, and just incredibly welcoming vibe. It's so good. And Michael's response? It keeps that positive energy going. He confirms his name, he gives a little context, it's my first day, and then he uses that classic, absolutely essential phrase, "It's nice to meet you." Simple, but effective. Anna doesn't miss a beat. She fires right back with, "Nice to meet you too," and then shares her name and where she lives. Now, this isn't just an introduction, right? This is how you start building a real community connection. Okay, now listen to Michael's honesty here. When he admits he's a little nervous, he instantly becomes so much more relatable. Sharing a small, genuine feeling like that is such a powerful way to build a real connection with someone new. And here's the clincher from Anna. Instead of waiting to be asked, she proactively offers to help. "Let me know if you need any help" is such a simple phrase, but it says so much. It just radiates kindness and shows she's ready to be a good neighbor. And Michael closes it out perfectly with simple, heartfelt gratitude. "I really appreciate it." It's a fantastic way to acknowledge her offer and just end the whole interaction on a warm, positive note. See how smooth that was? Not so scary after all. All right, so we've seen the conversation in action. Now let's pull it apart and build our very own toolkit of key expressions that you can start using right away. Let's start with Anna's fantastic opener. "You must be." This little phrase is a game changer. It's polite, it shows you've been paying attention, and honestly, it just sounds so much smoother and less, interrogating than a blunt question like, "Are you Michael?" Now, what about that very first word? Hi or hello? Look, they're both great go-to words. Hi is a little more casual, a little more friendly. Hello is a super safe bet that works in pretty much any situation, formal or informal. Honestly, you can't go wrong with either one. So let's recap the real community-building phrases from our chat. "It's nice to meet you" is your foundation. Sharing a small feeling helps you connect on a human level. Offering help, that creates a supportive vibe from day one. And saying, "I really appreciate it," shows you're grateful. Every single one of these plays a really important role. Okay, so you have the phrases, you get it. But how do you go from knowing them to actually using them with confidence? Well, this next part is all about turning that knowledge into a real-world skill you can count on. A fantastic technique for this is something called shadowing. It's so simple, but it is incredibly effective. All you do is listen to a phrase and then immediately repeat it, trying to copy the pronunciation, the rhythm, the intonation, the whole shebang. Here's how you do it. It's just 3 easy steps. First, you listen really carefully to a native speaker saying a phrase. Then, you pause whatever you're listening to. And finally, you repeat the phrase out loud. It's like building muscle memory for your mouth and your brain. It really works. And you have to remember this piece of advice. The real secret here isn't cramming. It's all about consistency. Seriously, practicing for just 15 minutes every single day is going to build your confidence way more effectively than one giant 3-hour study session once a week. And please, please remember this. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Every time you stumble over a word, every mispronunciation, it's not a failure. It's a sign that you're trying, that you're learning, and that you're growing. It's just a necessary part of the whole process. And maybe the most important takeaway is this. You don't need to have a perfect 5-minute conversation on your first try. Your goal can be way simpler. Just saying hello one time. That is a huge victory. You've got to celebrate those small, achievable wins. So, I'll just leave you with this final thought. Now that you're armed with these phrases and this new mindset, who are you going to say hello to this week? That one little word could be the start of a fantastic new connection. Thanks so much for tuning in.